Hey everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the Qwerky Reax channel. And what a week it's been, right? Thanks for all of you for the well wishes for my back. I really appreciate it. Definitely feeling a little better, still a little tweaked, but I think that's just what happens with like back muscle injuries because you use your back so much, it just never goes away. And thank you for tolerating my mic mistake earlier in the week. Appreciate that too. Trying a new song from DIANA ANKUDINOVA. I think I'm getting better at saying that today. It's called Good Girl. Are you a good girl? So it is a lyric video, is my understanding, and it looks like it's shot in portrait mode rather than landscape. So that'll be interesting. I think maybe more, it was meant to be more of like a social media video, which is kind of cool, but it's from her official channel, and it says official lyric video. So this is definitely from her. And just based on what I'm seeing already in this blurry thing here, it looks like it's like kind of going to be a little bit, kind of like how, you know, like when Ren goes kind of rogue and does things kind of guerrilla was the word I was looking for. Sorry. It looks like it's going to be more of a guerrilla shoot. Maybe that's why it's in the form of like almost like it was shot with a cell phone. So, you know, production wise, you can actually shoot things 100% professionally, but still make it look like it was shot with a cell phone. I don't know if that's what's happening here or if they're actually shooting it with a cell phone. Be interesting to see. Really love her music though. So eager to hear what she says, how she sounds, and also see what the production looks like. So I say we jump right in. This is Good Girl, the official lyric video from DIANA. Here we go. Oh, I'm not on her thing. There we go.
I was thinking, who am I? In this jello scripted world, making same mistakes twice, loving someone I just annoy.
Okay, first of all, I have never seen her in regular clothes. Like, you know what I mean by regular clothes. Like, she's always like super done up, or has, you know, like, or has her hair covered, or was in that on the stage with the one guy that time whose name I can't remember right now, where she was like in this really nice dress, or she's on like a talent show. I've never seen her in street clothes, basically what we're calling street clothes. Like, this is a sweatshirt and like a flannel tied around her waist while she's in jeans. That's crazy. Also, this is definitely a completely different sound than I've heard from her before. She always does these kind of like, you know, ballads where she really belts and everything else. This is more of kind of like a, you know, pop kind of like hip thing that she's doing where it's kind of got a beat to it. It's just a whole new sound from her. I'm stoked for this. This is cool.
I keep dancing on and on. I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on alone. I'm just a good girl. Don't touch me. I don't smoke and cigarettes. You're too boring for me. A good girl, no plastic. Like all this universe, babe, you can be with me.
Okay, so first thing I noticed before we get back into this is they're repeating a lot of shots. So, and the fact that she's singing some of them isn't really like a full lyric video from how I understand lyric videos. Usually they're just all lyrics and you don't really see the artist. Ren has a few that I've done on the channel before, but a lot of artists do this where they just have lyrics on the screen, but she's actually singing the lyrics in some of these clips. So that kind of threw me at first, but also, I think maybe this was kind of a true guerrilla shoot. Like, hey, we don't have a lot of time. We definitely don't have a lot of money. Let's just get you doing different things. And then we'll just rotate between these like clips of that. And we'll put that into a video. Was that what happened? That's my guess of how this music video came to be. But again, this is a completely different sound from her. I've never heard something like this from her before, and I dig it. I dig the whole, like, and I don't mean this as an insult, like the simplicity of it, the kind of like, it's just a bop. You're just kind of moving with it while she's kind of singing with it. I dig that. But I'm guessing there's not going to be any like belts or anything in this, which you guys know, huge fan of the belts over here. Every time I say that, it's so kinky, but I think you guys know what I mean. But it's amazing how, you know, reference point, and it's a song about a good girl. I got to stop. All right, let's keep going.
I became a little more mature. There are even more stupid people around me. I'm fed enough with your excuse. Give me some space and leave me. I keep dancing all night long. I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing all night long. I'm just a good girl. Don't touch me. I don't smoke and cigarettes. You're too boring for me. Good girl, no plastic.
I'm sorry. That was a production laugh right there. So two things. One, so now I'm getting it. This is like a, you know, warrior woman, stop objectifying me kind of thing, like message to guys. Like that bar in there where she says, you know, the more mature I got, the more people would annoy me, because basically she's saying, like, as I grew up and became, you know, age appropriate, I guess, guys started like sexualizing her or hitting on her, and she's like, I don't want you, bro, back off. So that's why she's like, I'm dancing on my own kind of thing. I just keep dancing. Just leave me alone. Let me do my thing. So, I mean, that's an important message. So I'm all for that. The thing I was laughing about is this thing where she's in the middle of the street. At first I was like, oh, look at her. She's doing like a performance, like kind of like Ren does. If you saw Losing It, how he does it in the subway and all the people are around him and he's just going, or plenty of times, just, I think it comes from all his busking. He's used to people being around him, but I'm thinking like in music videos, he'll be there just singing, doing his thing, or what is it, Genesis? He's like walking through the streets. There's all these people around and he's just walking and just doing his thing. I thought that's what this was when I initially saw this clip of her in the crosswalk and then people walking around. But if you look really closely, this is a Fugazi. This is a production Fugazi, because the one woman starts over here, like behind her, walks this way, and then circles around the front of her. They're all just walking in circles, and I'm sure the director or the cinematographer was just like, hey, everybody, just move around her, but I will bet any amount of money that those are extras that they paid for. They're not real people on the street. She just got a bunch of people, either extras she paid for or friends, probably friends, considering I think they went as low budget as they could with this. Again, none of this is shade. If you're new to my channel, understand, I love figuring out like little production tricks to make things look a certain way. So this is just me analyzing what I would do if I was low budgeting a production. That's what seems to be happening here. I'll rewind it again so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, watch, especially the woman with the bag over her shoulder, like she's going in a circle. And then in the next shot, when they go back to it and she's saying different words, that woman is behind her again, off to the right. I think it's off to the right. They're just little production tricks that, unless you know what you're looking for, you'll probably miss, which is why I mentioned them, because I think that stuff's kind of cool. Here we go.
I'm just a good girl. Don't touch me.
Now she's going around the front. Like that way. And there she is again. See what I mean? They're just going in circles. That's all they're doing, and they're all moving around each other like that. It's just a cool little thing that you do to try to create crowd movement when you don't have a whole lot of people and you don't know which clip you're going to use. And they've purposely been reusing clips throughout this. So again, absolutely no shade. I think it's cool when we can spot production tricks like that. Anyway, back to the music. See? Reusing shots. All of these shots were used before. I'll bet anything that she did this because it was an important message for her. And props to her, man, because this is a complete departure from anything else I've seen her do. And it's a bop. It's got a nice beat to it. You're kind of like with the song the entire time. But I think her whole point here is driving home a message. I also wouldn't be surprised if this is her song, like something that she wrote. It feels very personal to me. And I love it when artists do that. I love it when they get real with like what's going on. So I'm glad this one, I came across this video because it popped up randomly on my side panel when I was recording the master track for a different song that I did earlier this week. And I was like, oh, that one's pretty new. I should check that out. And then the one I had planned on doing today, I couldn't figure out how to do it the way I wanted to. So I was like, oh, let me check out that one I just saw. So this is kind of, I'm glad that I saw this because, again, completely new type of thing from her, first of all. And second of all, like, we got to explore some really cool, like, guerrilla production stuff that I don't normally get to talk to you guys about because a lot of the stuff we watch is such a heavier production. But this was fun. Thank you guys for joining me this week. If you've been here the whole week, if not, go back, watch. There's tons of stuff. I did see a few people in the comments saying that they were new subs. And hey, so happy you're here. Hope you're watching all of it. And I've got like over 100 videos in the library. So go back and check out. We've been doing pretty well considering I just started this channel in May. To already be over 100 videos and to have all your guys' support, like over 8,000 subs, is pretty insane to me. So I appreciate you all being here so much. And I hope you had a great week. Let's walk into this weekend. You know what? Let's strut into this weekend. If you got it, flaunt it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to strut into the weekend because we need it. I hope you all have a great one. And remember, don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.